Dick Cheney is doing a media tour to promote his wife's book on James Madison. Why anybody would want to read what the wife of Dick Cheney thinks about anybody is a mystery to me. Do you think she has good judgment in people if she married Dick Cheney? That may be one of the world's most irrational people. I don't care what you have to say about anything. I wouldn't take advice from you on how to fucking bake cookies. Never mind what you think of James Madison. I wouldn't take advice from you on how to run a company. I wouldn't take advice from you on how to raise kids. Just shh. Well, anyway, in the midst of this media tour here, he visited Hugh Hewitt's conservative radio show, which has a grand total of negative 23 listeners, and he provided us with some of the most ironic statements of the century. He said he's a, quote, big advocate of the strong executive office, but, quote, I really feel as though Barack Obama is ignoring the law in many cases. This is Dick Cheney talking. And going far beyond what was ever intended. I mean, all by himself, sort of routinely, he changes the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare if it suits his will. I think much of what's been done does in fact skate up to the edge of violating the Constitution in terms of the way he's interpreted his executive power. You couldn't write this up better if you made it an SNL skit. Are you kidding me? Dick Cheney is going to lecture other people about breaking the law? Now, look, let me be clear. I mean, when it comes to President Obama, I've spoken about how he breaks the law and violates the Constitution time and time again, whether it be NSA spying, whether it be the illegal drone war overseas, which has killed so many civilians. I mean, the list goes on, and I'm happy to cover those things, and I'm happy to fight against them. But for Dick Cheney, of all people, to speak up and talk against somebody else for breaking the law? What did you do? All right, I mean, this guy did an illegal war. Okay, let's start there. And by the way, strike one, you're out. It done. Like, conversation over. I could end this segment right now, and our case is already made. Like, illegal war isn't just a single check mark against you. It's like, okay, that's everything. We're done now. We can pack it up and move along. But not only that, he did an illegal war. He approved mass spying himself, him and Bush did, in violation of the Fourth Amendment. He approved torture in violation of the Eighth Amendment, you know, protection from cruel and unusual punishment. And he indefinitely detained people in violation of due process and habeas corpus. Nobody violated the law and the Constitution as much as Dick Cheney and George W. Bush. And not only that, look, here's another great point that was made by Huffington Post on this. They said, quote, only one day earlier, the former vice president was calling Obama weak over his approach to the crisis in Ukraine and confronting Russian President Vladimir Putin. He's demonstrated repeatedly, I think, that he in fact can be pushed around, if you will, by Putin. Wait, Dick. So which is it? Is Obama weak and, you know, he's nebbish and he can't fucking do anything right? And he's like, I don't know, I'm very undecided about this, guys. Can somebody please help me? I'm very scared right now. I can't stand up to these world leaders. Is he that? Or is he Mr. I don't care about the Constitution, I'm going to do whatever I want because I'm a strong guy, I'm an executive leader? Which is it? Those things are contradictory, dipshit. Do you not realize that? So one day you're like, oh, he's so weak. The next day you're like, oh, he's too strong. He's violating the Constitution in so many different ways. Which is it, dude? But see, this is the point about the right-wingers. Their heads are so far up their own ass that they're like, well, we need to attack Obama because, of course, that's what we do. And does it matter how good our arguments are against him or, you know, how factual it is when we dissent? No, there's no consideration about that at all. It's just throw as much mud against the wall as possible, hope something sticks, and say, okay, I think we did a good enough job.